In Star Trek, through what McCoy says and what Spock answers, so this is like McCoy will say, "Oh, Spock, you will have to deal with those illogical human emotions," and Spock answers, "Yeah, oh, and that's a shame." Yeah, emotions are not illogical. Emotions are something that is being built into our system for us to have the right answer and response in different situations. So, for example, fear is useful for the fight or flight response. So, when you're in a situation of danger, for you to survive, fear is there to give you not only the adrenaline, but the right response to this particular situation for you to have more chances to survive. There is also attachment, which we call love as human beings, which is a very useful emotion. So one of the most popular example is those bats that throw blood at other bats for them to be fed and for the entire species to survive. But there's also very obvious other things like the attachment a mother has towards its children. They will protect their children through their instincts and through their feelings of attachment to their children for the species to survive. I don't know. I don't know what would anger be explicitly used for. Maybe it's a way to regulate other feelings like fear that can sometimes lead to some bad responses. Maybe it's a way to prevent yourself to accept an oppression. Maybe I don't know. I'm just speculating on that. But in any cases, we have every proof to say that at least some emotions are very logical and have a great deal of use. And we have many proof that most certainly every emotion has its use and is logical in those terms. Now, what is sure is that we don't have the proof that emotions are illogical. We have no proofs about that. What we know is that in our civilized civilization, many emotions leads to very logical and irrational actions. We also know that many people have an emotional response that is not fitting a situation. But again, those emotions were first developed in natural environment, and now we live in a civilized world. So yes, those emotions are not fitting as well. For example, fear is leading many people to just have a biased view on the world and be anti-Semitic, xenophobic. That is not a great use of fear. That is not a rational use of this emotion. But that doesn't mean that the emotion in itself is illogical. That just means that in some circumstances, we irrationally use our emotions. Those emotions still stay logical responses, even if in some circumstances they are in an irrational way to respond to this specific circumstance.